What is up, you guys? So in this video we're going to be talking about the 2020 Toyota Tundra. So when it comes to big trucks like the Tundra, it's pretty obvious that this segment of vehicle is heavily dominated by the American brands. And Toyota, on the other hand, has almost always been the underdog of this segment. But would that really stop you from buying one? So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. But first, let's mention the trim levels we have on this Tundra. So first off, we have the base model SR, which starts at $33,675. Next, you have the SR5, which starts at $35,365. Then you have the Limited, which starts at $42,390. Then the Platinum, which starts at $48,895. Then you have the 1794 edition, which also starts at $48,895. And then finally, the top of the line TRD Pro trim level, which tops out at $48,775. Alright, so taking a look in the front, this one being a non-TRD model, you don't get that blacked out grille like the TRD, which does look a bit bolder, while this one looks more conservative, and Toyota is not spelled out on the grille like on the TRD model, you just have the regular Toyota badge. Now looking at the headlights, they are incandescent on this lower SR trim level, but if you do go for the higher trim levels, you will get fully LED headlights, and also LED fog lights to match it. However, you do not get any fog lights on the base model. And something to mention is that the bumpers will be body color matching only on the Platinum trim level. So taking a look at the side of the Tundra, this one being that lower SR territory, it's overall a pretty basic design. Now looking at the wheels, sorry for the horrible image quality by the way, as this was the only picture I could find in this particular angle for this trim level. But anyways, for the most part, each trim level does have its own design. On your SR trim levels, you will get 18-inch alloys, and then on your higher trim levels, you will get the 20-inchers. And the wheels are connected to a 6-speed automatic transmission on every Tundra. So moving towards the rear of the Tundra, as literally this was one of the only pictures that I could find that gave a good view of the rear, it's a pretty conservative looking truck. And as you can see in this picture, you can see the rims even better than the one I provided earlier. In fact, I even think that I should have used this picture when I was showcasing the wheels because it is just that much better. Looking at the taillights, they are incandescent. Now when you open that tailgate, you might be wondering if there's any inner bed lighting for those special times. Maybe at night when you need to use your truck bed for something but you don't have a flashlight. Or maybe you could just use your phone but you don't have anywhere to put your phone. Well, unfortunately, this one does not have inner bed lighting. So if you need to use your truck bed at night for work, you might want to have a flashlight on you. Now it is worth noting that Toyota gives you 3 different bed choices on this Tundra. First one being 5.5 feet, 6.5 feet, and 8.1 feet trunk beds. I believe the one shown here is the 5.5 feet truck bed. Now underneath that tailgate you have a nice chrome bumper, and then you have a tow hook. And then speaking of towing, you might be wondering, well, how much could this truck tow? But I'll be mentioning towing capacity in the next part of this video, which you might have already guessed it, is the engine. Alright, so under the hood of every Tundra, you're going to find this 5.7 liter V8 engine, which produces 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in the 7-second range, which is definitely not the fastest in the class. And then as for MPGs, you're looking at about 13 in the city, 18 on the highway, and about 15 combined. So as you can see, Toyota keeps it very simple. They give you one engine choice, so that you don't have to debate on what is the best engine for this truck. Now because this is a full-size truck, you're most likely going to be towing with it. So it is worth noting that this Tundra could tow from about 8,800 to about 10,200 pounds. So now we've seen the exterior and under the hood of this Tundra, now let's see what you get inside for this 2020 model year. So taking a look inside the 2020 Tundra, this one being the SR5 trim level, for the money you get a pretty nice setup. As you can see around the center stack you have this nice silver trim. The dashboard is hard touch plastic. The steering wheel is not leather wrapped on this SR5 trim level. And then moving over to that center stack, you have a nice 8-inch display, which has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which now includes Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then as for the front seats, the driver and passenger seats are power and they are fully leather. But with that being said, I think that pretty much sums up the interior of this 2020 Toyota Tundra. Now before we end it off here, I know you guys are probably like, well, this is my shortest virtual review of an interior. And that's just simply because there's not much to review in this interior. But I'm just gonna throw in a few more pictures of the interior. Alright, so that's basically it for the 2020 Toyota Tundra SR5. Now let's talk about the key fob. So this is the key fob that you're going to find on this specific Tundra. As you can see, it is very basic. It only has 2 buttons. It is the smart entry keyless system from Toyota. It is made out of plastic, which kind of just looks and feels cheap. I would definitely like for them to provide a nicer key fob. Now I believe this is the key fob on every trim level of the Tundra except the TRD, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, there's your key fob. So to sum it up, while this Tundra may not be the nicest in the class, in terms of luxury and style and modernness, which in fact some people even say the Tundra looks a little bit outdated compared to the competition, and the Tundra has pretty much always been known as the underdog versus the competition. But really the strongest point of the Tundra, just like any other Toyota product, is just the sheer reliability and value that you get for the price. Like you really do get the best bang for your buck. So if you want a reliable tank that's gonna last you for ages, and you don't care about all the luxury features, you don't care about bells and whistles that the competitors might have, you don't care about having the fanciest truck on the market, then you really can't go wrong with a Tundra, because it really is a good value for what you get. But with that being said, I think that's gonna wrap up this video. So again, if you did enjoy this video, please consider leaving me a like. Do not hesitate to leave a comment, because I will be happy to reply to any comments that you might have. If you want more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comments below, because I will definitely do more videos like this. But more importantly, what do you guys think of this 2020 Tundra? Is it still the best value in this fierce full-size truck segment? Now if you guys want me to do a video on the TRD trim level of the Tundra, or even any other trim levels of the Tundra, or maybe even some other trim levels of the cars that I did videos on, then you are more than welcome to leave your suggestions in the comments below. But on a last note, thanks for watching.